Top 10 Magnificent Castles to Explore. Built by kings and queens of years gone by to protect and rule their realms, castles had to withstand attack and project power and wealth for all to see. Sturdy keeps and imposing walls were erected alongside marvelous palaces full of ornate and elaborate chambers, halls, and throne rooms. In addition to the astounding architecture, these castles were often built in strategic and spectacular settings at the mouths of valleys, at the entrance to mountain passes, or on glittering lakeshores. Add in the weight of history, and these architectural marvels, set amongst breathtaking scenery, make for some of the most beautiful castles in the world. 10. One of the top 10 magnificent castles to explore is Hohenwerfen Castle. Perched upon a rocky mount with the breathtaking Berchtesgaden Alps lying in the background, Hohenwerfen Castle is an epic sight. Built between 1075 and 1078, the castle and its sturdy walls are set in the gorgeous valley of Salzach, which lies just to the south of Salzburg in Austria. Throughout its history, it not only acted as an imposing fort, residence, and hunting retreat for the archbishops of Salzburg, but also as a state prison. Now a museum, Hohenwerfen Castle is well worth visiting for its fascinating history and stunning setting amidst the mountains. 9. Another captivating castle on the list is Trakai Island Castle. As the name indicates, this magnificent castle is set upon a small island with the sparkling waters of Lake Galve surrounding it. Located just outside Vilnius, the imposing red brick fortification was once of the utmost strategic importance to the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. First erected in the second half of the 14th century, the castle and its magnificent ducal palace were restored to their original look and style in the 1960s. The Gothic and Romanesque features of Trakai Island Castle look particularly arresting when viewed from across the shimmering waters of the lake. 8. The elegant and refined Castello de Miramare is another entrancing castle that should not be missed. The brilliantly white walls of Castello de Miramare stand out delightfully against the glimmering waters of the Gulf of Trieste. Lying a stone's throw away from Trieste in northeast Italy, the castle was built in the 1850s to house Austrian Archduke Ferdinand Maximilian and his wife. Very befitting of the Habsburgs, the beautiful setting and design of the court are perfectly complemented by lavish gardens and a spectacular seashore park. Now a modern museum, Castello de Miramare attracts visitors worldwide, who come to see its original furnishings and rooms in all of their splendor. 7. Predjama Castle is an architectural wonder that captivates with its unique location. Set directly on the side of a large, craggy cliff face, Predjama is undoubtedly one of the most visually arresting castles. Nestled in the mouth of a cave, its advantageous position made it very hard to attack, and defenders could replenish their supplies through a hidden network of cave passages. Built and destroyed numerous times over the centuries, Predjama Castle can be found just a short drive away from Slovenia's capital, Ljubljana. A great time of year to visit is in July, when it hosts a colorful and chaotic medieval festival and jousting competition. 6. Kylemore Abbey, known initially as Kylemore Castle, is a stunning fortification in the west of Ireland. It was turned into a Benedictine monastery by Belgian nuns fleeing the fighting of World War I, built in 1868 to be the private home of a wealthy doctor. The Victorian-style buildings and Gothic church of the estate are beautifully reflected in the waters of Lough. With delightful mountains, reflective lakes, and gushing rivers, Kylemore Abbey has long been one of County Galway's most popular attractions, and many people come to stroll around its landscaped gardens. 5. Combe Castle, located in the north of Wales, is significant on the list of magnificent castles. It was built in 1283 by Edward I of England, who attempted to conquer his unruly neighbors. Set at a strategic spot on the banks of the River Conwy, the imposing castle played a crucial role in many battles and wars for centuries to come. Featuring 2 hulking barbicans and 8 large and impenetrable towers, the court is widely considered one of the finest examples of military architecture in Europe. While its massive silvery gray stone walls and riverside location certainly make for a beautiful sight, its interior is no less impressive due to its well-preserved medieval royal apartments. 4. Bamburgh Castle, built atop a windswept bluff on the northeast coast of England, carries a rich and fascinating history. The large and looming castle had stood in the same spot since the year 420, when it was a Celtic Brythonic fort. Constructed in the 11th century by the Normans, the current castle long acted as an important outpost for the English monarchs because of its proximity to the Scottish border. Due to its romantic and desolate seaside setting and its majestic turrets and crumbling crenellations, the photogenic Bamberg Castle has been featured in numerous books and films over the years. 3. Château de Chillon, lying at the eastern end of Lake Geneva, offers a truly spectacular sight, mainly when the snow-covered dense humidity are visible in the background. The Romans built an earlier version of the castle to guard the strategic passes through the nearby mountains. Set on a small island connected to the lakeshore by a delightful little bridge, the Swiss chateau features some arresting and artistic architecture magically reflected in the waters around it. A popular day trip from Geneva, Château de Chillon also has some elegant halls and courtyards for visitors to check out and an atmospheric crypt. 2. Windsor Castle, famed worldwide for being the home of the British royal family, is a must-visit castle in the United Kingdom. It has long been one of the country's most popular tourist destinations. Remarkably, the court is not only the longest occupied palace in the world, but also the largest. The sheer size and scale of the royal residence beggar belief, and a tour around the luxurious and seemingly never-ending state apartments is a must. Initially built in the 11th century, Windsor Castle's Georgian and Victorian design, extravagant Baroque interiors, and refined Rococo furnishings make it one of Earth's finest and fanciest castles. 1. Finally, De Haar Castle, rising amidst a tangled mess of lovingly landscaped rose gardens, exudes an enchanting aura. Neo-Gothic design, the beautiful castle is set just outside Utrecht in the Netherlands, with magnificent moats, lakes, and gardens around it. Its interior is no less impressive, as its 200 rooms are lavishly decorated with priceless paintings and fabulous furnishings. While the earliest mention of the castle is in 1391, the current romanticized version dates to 1892, when it was restored and refurbished from its ruinous state. These top 10 magnificent castles offer visitors a glimpse into the rich history and architectural splendor of the past. From the breathtaking landscapes surrounding Hohenwerfen Castle and Trakai Island Castle to the elegance of Castello de Miramer and the unique position of Pregema Castle, each castle has its charm and story to tell. Whether exploring the royal halls of Conwy Castle or wandering through the romantic ruins of Bamberg Castle, these structures transport visitors back in time and ignite the imagination. The historical significance of Château de Chillon and the grandeur of Windsor Castle provide a glimpse into the lives of nobility and royalty. Meanwhile, the serene beauty of Kylemore Abbey and the enchanting ambience of De Haar Castle offer a sense of tranquility and escape from the modern world. Each castle on this list is a testament to human ingenuity, craftsmanship, and the desire to create enduring symbols of power and beauty. Whether it's the strategic fortifications, the opulent interiors, or the beautiful settings, these castles continue to fascinate and inspire visitors from around the globe. Exploring these magnificent castles is not just an opportunity to witness remarkable architecture and breathtaking landscapes. It's a chance to step back in time, immerse oneself in history, and appreciate the legacy of the kings and queens who once ruled these realms. Each castle tells a story stretching centuries, from the medieval strongholds to the grand palaces. If you have a passion for history, architecture, or simply a love for exploring captivating places, these top 10 magnificent castles should be on your list. As you discovered these remarkable architectural treasures, prepare to be awestruck by their grandeur, enchanted by their beauty, and transported to a world of kings, queens, and knights. Thanks for watching.